Hello, it's Dr. 007, and in today's video, I have a video for you guys on applying a very sweet skin for your desktop called Simply Nova. Simply Nova is the skin you're looking at right now. It is this area right here, the text on the side here, and the text and the weather over here, not the wallpaper. This skin will go on top of any wallpaper that you want it to go on top of. I have a cool wallpaper that I'm going to use for this tutorial, and if you want that wallpaper, you can get it in the description below. Now, to achieve this skin, some people know this program, some people don't. It's called Rainmeter. Rainmeter is a desktop customization tool. Basically allows you to put skins on top of your desktop. The best way to explain it is, if you've ever seen an Android phone, you can put widgets on the wallpaper. This is pretty much the same thing. You can get widgets that will show you different information, launch apps, whatever it may be. So if you used Rainmeter before, our first half of the video really is going to be a repeat on how to install it and apply a skin. And so feel free to skip ahead in the video and watch the part where I actually install the skin. If you've never used Rainmeter before, I suggest watching the whole thing so you know how to download it, how to install it, and then of course how to apply the theme. So we're going to get started right now. So what you want to do is head over to rainmeter.net. I will have that description below, and what you want to do from there is go to the download tab here and click either download here or download there. Either the beta release or the final release, doesn't really matter, to be honest. Once you download it, feel free to run in the setup file that you downloaded. Click OK and do a standard installation. Unless you have a real reason to do the portable, I would suggest doing standard. Once it's done, click finished. Now if you minimize Chrome or whatever browser, you're going to see you now have some skins on top of your wallpaper. This is the welcome skin. So in the very middle, obviously, you can see it's just welcoming to you use a Rainmeter. So what you can actually do is right click on any skin and you can see different variations of its settings for it. But what you can do as well is go to the bottom and click unload and it will go away. In the top right hand corner, we see some different things we can do with it. So here we at the top one, we have a date one, systems like CPU usage as well as RAM usage and swap usage, and then disk is your hard drive. You can right click each one of these and unload them because we do not need them. Next thing we're going to do is open up our browser again and head over to the Simply Nova page. Head over to the right hand side and you'll see a download tab. Click that. Once it finishes downloading, click on it. I by accident downloaded it twice. So what you want to do now is just click, make sure everything is checked off and then click install. Once it's done, minimize your web browser. And you should see the skin kind of just fly on. Now, at some cases, it will automatically adjust and look good. If you have a big monitor or a high resolution monitor, odds are it will not be in the correct spot like this right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to organize it a bit so it looks better. Like I said though, if it already looks fine, then you're pretty much done. You can skip ahead to the video or do some other stuff. But if it's not, then I'll show you guys how to move it around. So the first thing we're going to do is apply the wallpaper that I wanted to apply. So I'm just going to right click it and apply it. And then I'm going to right click the desktop, go to view and click show desktop icons. That will hide the icons. Now if you remember earlier, I mentioned you can right click on any skin and simply adjust anything about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust some stuff. Now if you look at this bar right here, this bar is the black bar that was, if you look at the picture, the black bar is supposed to span across the whole monitor. Now for me, it obviously is a little too short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click it and go to edit skin. This will open up Notepad and basically display the code for it. So now to edit the width, what we'll do is we'll go to the code and next to the W where it equals 1680, we're going to change that to the width for our monitor. Now, it's not the width of your resolution. It's basically a number. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be for your exact monitor. I have a 1920 with 1080 monitor, and for me, the best number for me is 2100. So try 2100 if you have the same size monitor as me. File save it, and pull down, and then just right click that skin and refresh it. You'll instantly notice that it now is the appropriate length. If your monitor is shorter than mine or longer than mine, just play with that number, go back and forth, file save it, and refresh it. Make sure you refresh it so you can see your latest update, and then eventually play with it until it's the right length. Once you have the right length, you're good to go. Now what we're going to do is remove these icons that leads to his Facebook page and his website, because we don't really want them there. So what we're going to do is right under the y equals 15, well, it says colon, and it says these are the icons that show up on your bar. Take that colon all the way down to the bottom of the notepad text and just delete it. Then go to file save, and then you should be able to refresh the skin. And now the icons are gone, and we're all good to go. So now pull down the bar by just simply clicking it and pulling it down to wherever you really want it to be. You can always look at the official page for it and see where he puts it, but of course you don't have to put it there. Next thing we're going to do is just pull over the weather. So click on the weather and pull it over. Just place it there. Then take the time and pull it over as well. Now it's time for the fun part. Line up all these things. So all you got to do is basically take one and pull it up. Put it somewhere you want. Take another one, put it there. The USB one will be blank. I will show you how to set that up correctly in a second, as well as a couple of the other ones. So now do that. Do the next one, and simply just line them all up until you like how they look. Mine are pretty awful right now, so it's alright, but you'll want to take your time and do that. So once the skins are in positions that you like them to be, the last and final step, which is optional, is to make sure all the skins are set up correctly for your computer. So the first one we're going to do is USB. Now you can go through and really change all of them, and the more you know about the coding for Rainmeter, the better it is. You can actually go ahead and change the colors of the words, etc. I'm just going to go through and show you guys a couple of the basic ones that you probably don't want to do though. The first one is USB. So right click on the USB skin. Make sure it says meters USB here, and then go to edit skin. So what you want to do is scroll down to right here, and you're going to see D1 and D2. These are the drives that it wants to read from the G drive and the H drive. Now by default that may work for your system, and then you can leave it. What you want to do though is plug in a flash drive and open up your file explorer. So I did that already, and if you go to my computer, you're going to see where your drive goes. So you can see that when I plug a flash drive in, it is the E drive. So I'm going to go ahead and change the E or the G to an E. Then I'm going to change the second one to a CD drive. So you can have two USBs, or maybe even put it as a hard drive if you wanted to, which I wouldn't do because there's a drive down below, but to really whatever you want it to do. So I'm going to change the second one to a D. So that means when I put a CD in, it's going to show CD information. Now I could change it to another USB drive. It's really up to me. So I'm going to change the second one to a D. Now I'm done with that one. I'll file and save it and exit out, and I'll go ahead and refresh it. And you guys can now see that my flash drive shows up. The last skin that we're going to edit here is the weather. Some people ask me, why do you need the weather on your desktop? And I say, why not? Right? Anyway, so right click on your weather skin and go to edit skin. And you want to go to the variable section right here and go to the second area here, and it's going to have the information on how to change it. So weather unit, F equals Fahrenheit, M for Celsius. I live in Canada, but I still prefer Celsius or Fahrenheit, so I'm going to leave it at F. And then what you want to do is change this code to your location. To do that, copy this code up here, go to your browser, open a new tab or whatever, and paste it in. Once it loads the website, what you want to do is enter a location here. So basically pick a city that you live in and just put it there. I'm not sure if Canada works, so I'm just going to type in a nearby, or actually a really close American city to me. Now once you type in a city, find the one that you want. So for me, Detroit, Michigan, I want to see this code right here. I'm just going to copy the code correlating to the city that you want. Then go to weather code location, delete the current one that's in there. Then go file and save. Then what you want to do is right click the skin and hit refresh. Give it a couple of seconds, and there you go. You should have your up-to-date weather. So that's about it for this video, guys. It's a pretty cool skin. If you enjoy it, leave a like. Now I'm going to do a minute of talking about how to disable this, just in case you ever don't want it anymore. So there's two different options. You can completely exit out of the program. So if you go to your notification area here, you can right click on it and click exit. The skin's now gone. Basically the program is off, so the skin's not there. To turn it basically back on again, you just open up Rainmeter, and it will load the last skin, and there you go. Now the next thing you can do is, if you don't want a certain part of the skin, you can right click a certain area and unload it. That skin will go away. Now if you don't want any of the skins, then I suggest closing the program. Otherwise the program is still running in the background. Now if you want a new skin, feel free to Google search Rainmeter skins. There's a lot of cool ones out there, and you can actually mix and combine them as well. So if you want a new one, you can actually override this one, or you can add it on to this one. So one last thing before I go, Rainmeter might start by itself, depending what you selected. So every time the computer turns on, the skin will automatically show up. Now if you don't want that to happen down the line, what you want to do on Windows 7, it's different for each one. What you want to do is get to the startup folder. On Windows 7, you can actually go to the start menu, go to all programs, and you'll find the startup folder. For other, like Windows 8, search startup folder, or search it on Google on how to get to it. Things XP, do the same thing. Just search for it on the internet for your specific operating system. But if you are running Windows 7, just go to the start menu. And once you find the startup folder, though, you'll see Rainmeter in there. Right click it and just delete it. This isn't deleting the full program. This is just deleting it from allowing it to start up again. If you ever wanted to go back there, just put it back in there. So that's about it for Rainmeter. I hope you guys do enjoy the skin, and hopefully you understand how to use it, how to apply it. If you have any questions, I suggest watching the video again to make sure you didn't miss anything. Feel free to leave a comment below. A lot of people on the internet are good with this program, even better than I am with it. And I'm sure someone out there can help you. Also, I'll do my best to help you as well. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you like this kind of tutorial, let me know. I do like Rainmeter because everybody can follow the tutorial. It's not specific to a certain operating system. Anybody from Windows XP all the way up to Windows 8 can follow this stuff. So that's why I kind of like it. If you like it, please let me know and I'll do more of these. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you in my next video. This is the Hacker 0007, and I'm signing off.